Buddham Saranam Gacchami. Dhammam Saranam Gacchami. Sangham Saranam Gacchami. I go for refuge in the Buddha. I go for refuge in the Dharma. I go for refuge in the Sangha. Buddham Sharanam Gacchami. Dhammam Saranam Gacchami. Sangham Saranam Gacchami. So we will get things rolling tonight with our customary 15 minutes of seated meditation. chant the Gatha on opening the sutras. This Dharma, incomparably profound and minutely subtle, is rarely encountered, even in hundreds of thousands of millions of ages. Now we see it, hear it, hold and maintain it. May we completely realize the true mind of all Buddhas. Okay, so chill, sit back, relax. Tonight you get to listen to me instead of Robert, who's, you were originally scheduled for it. Now you're the last week of the month. So anyway, Peter Coyote is a Zen practitioner. He was at San Francisco Zen Center for a while, and also the narrator of umpteen Ken Burns films. And he just put out a book called Vernacular Zen, which I have to get because that is so much what I strive for in my Zen practice, is to use words that are appropriate for the situation. A lot of times we can fall into really kind of Zen-y habits where, somebody asked me, what is Buddha? Go ahead, unmute a mic.
What is Buddha?
Dried shit on a stick. Ask me again.
What is Buddha?
Cypress tree in the courtyard. Both of those I would give the big because I am not in a latrine anywhere. I don't use a stick, and I don't have a cypress tree, much less a courtyard. The appropriate answer for me right now would be, if I wanted to go the garden route, I could say piles of wet mulch is Buddha, or I could say a 24-inch monitor in front of me is Buddha. But all these other things are just, little Zen phrases we like to throw around to show how Zen-y we are a lot of times. Another couple are go drink tea, sort of a dismissive, passive-aggressive thing to say, if you really think about it. But so far as I'm aware, the only person that would be appropriate for me to say that to right now would be Kevin, because he mentioned that someone just brought him a cup of tea. And since he has the purple waves in the back, there you go. Okay, so ding, ding, ding. Appropriate. Another one is go wash your bowls. I didn't just eat breakfast. I generally don't eat breakfast anyway. So telling me to go wash my bowls would be just inappropriate. You could say, take out the garbage, something along those lines, and it might work better. But Zen is directly pointing to the mind, seeing your true nature and becoming a Buddha. And the rest of what Bodhidharma said was do not establish words and letters. And that's right, except words and letters are all we have. You know, we can talk about fingers pointing to the moon and all that, which is another one that, you know, like unless you are literally pointing at the moon and there's a moon at which you can point, again, I'm going to look askance on it. Yes, Kevin, you have a moon to point to there. Okay. You're betting 1,000 tonight, buddy. So let me give you a couple of quotes here. Some words that I have actually, well, I didn't write them down myself, but I had, you know, copy and paste going. So whoever knows that their constructs are fiction and devoid of anything real knows that his own mind neither exists nor does not exist. Worldly beings keep creating constructs claiming they exist, while self-enlightened beings keep negating constructs claiming they do not exist. So basically you've got the two sides of a coin there, where you either think everything is real or you go the other direction and you cling to emptiness. Oh, none of it exists. Or more like everything exists as one. You know, the full picture is not two, not one, and you can't leave either of them out. If someone says to you, not two, you'd better come back immediately with not one, because that's how it works. Bodhisattvas and Buddhas neither create nor negate conceptualization. This is what is meant by the mind that neither exists nor does not exist. The mind that neither exists nor does not exist is called the middle way. We try and stick to the middle, right? Not to go off into a ditch on this side of the road or on that side of the road, because we've seen that either extreme is only going to get you in trouble. Zen Master Seung Sahn went along this road also, as to how he approaches or suggests we should approach our practice. If you sincerely ask, what am I? Sooner or later, you will run into a wall where all thinking is cut off. We call this don't know. Zen is keeping this don't know mind always and everywhere, at all times, in all places, without interruption. What is this? One mind is infinite kalpas. He's talking about a Huadu, of course. But more importantly, rather than the procedure, let's talk about the product rather than the procedure or the process. What is this? What is it we're looking to do? What's the, I hate to use the word aim because it's supposed to be aimless, of course, but what is our purpose in our practice? cut off the conceptual thinking. I'd like to add, cut off the cliched thinking. Because the cliches are just concepts that we don't even know the definitions of anymore. Name of the Sangha is One Mind Zen Collective, which comes from Huang Bo. And his big statement that we have right on the front page of the website is, all the Buddhas and sentient beings are nothing but one mind, beside which nothing exists. It's what you see before you. Begin to reason about it, and at once you fall into error. The one mind alone is Buddha. What is this one mind? It's the paper in front of me. It's the monitor in front of me. It's the teacup in Kevin's hand. It's the swirly purple background. It's the mirror on Robert's wall. It's the camera off for Hangdal. It's a stick. Sans excrement, I might add. Words are all we've got. We can say, yeah, maybe example is good. You could say that. I wouldn't quibble with that any. It's probably better than just talking about it. I mean, if you're hungry, you eat something, you're going to be better off than you're hungry and you eat a menu, right? Matsu said, mind is Buddha. Huang Bo said, everything is mind. So you should be seeing a connection here, that whatever it is right in front of you is Buddha. And we take refuge in the Buddha. We take refuge in the universe. We don't exclude anything. We don't attach to anything. We don't negate it or treat it as if it were permanent or had some sort of self-nature, right? We're in it right now, right here. Who have you helped today? Have you done anything for anybody else? Are you basically all talk and no walk? Are you lazy in your practice, where you'll take a snippet of what Bodhidharma said and say, good, I don't have to read any sutras then? Or do you pick and choose the teachings that you like, which we all do, but to the point where you not only neglect, but disdain, don't even want to know about the other teachings? I mean, the Buddha was teaching for 45 years. He didn't just have a PowerPoint with the Four Noble Truths and the Eightfold Path and like take that around to various and sundry Pali conference rooms throughout the Gangetic Plain, and that's it. He had 45 freaking years of teachings. How can we neglect them? Where do we get them from? They come from the sutras, they come from our teachers, they come from listening to Dharma talks, talking to other members of the Sangha, directly experiencing life right here, right now. If you can directly experience right here, right now, without any hindrance whatsoever, fair play to you. That has never been the case with me. I very easily fall into worldly mind. Certainly came from a place of worldly mind where, everything had a self-nature. Everything was the end of the world if it went wrong. Everything was perfect, la-di-da, flowers, if it went right, and then I got upset when it didn't go right. And, I'd say, oh, the sun will come out tomorrow, and the next thing you know, there's a drought, and it's 115 degrees at midnight in Albuquerque. Or the sun will come out tomorrow because it's raining today, and the next thing you know, there's a hurricane, and New York has disappeared under the oncoming flow of water, and the subways are, under 6 feet of water or whatever. Words are all we got. Let's use them wisely. Let's not attach to some and not bother even listening to, pay attention to, thinking that maybe there's something to them on those other words. Especially if it's the words of the Buddha, words of the sages and patriarchs and teachers and everybody else who has gone before us and has probably been well versed in all of these things and have attempted to make some sort of effort to try and get the point across. You can neglect it if you like, at your own peril. Neglect is a hindrance. Do you want hindrances? If you want hindrances, all yours. It's not something that we can take lightly as practitioners. We practice Zen to practice Zen. Zen practice is pointing directly to the mind, seeing our true nature. When we do that, we can say, we're enlightened, if you like, or awakened, or you can say, just another word, how may I help you? So in closing, if you come up to me and say something like, kill the Buddha, without any of the context around it, or go drink tea, or go wash your bowls, I'll hit you 30 times. Oh, no, wait, I probably wouldn't actually hit you 30 times because that's just another cliche. And I would probably just roll my eyes, mutter softly under my breath, and sigh, because I do that a lot. So let us resume with our next 15 minutes of seated meditation. I call it seated meditation because A, we're not a Japanese outfit, so Zazen is like, and we're not really Korean either, even though we practice mostly that form. So I don't say, we're doing our song now. We're seated, we're doing meditation, and it's because we're, here in the US for the most part anyway. So let's have some seated meditation. So let's chant the Heart Sutra. Maha Prajna Paramita Hridaya Sutra Avalokiteshvara Bodhisattva when practicing deeply the Prajnaparamita perceives that all five skandhas are empty and is safe from all suffering and distress. Shariputra, form does not differ from emptiness. Emptiness does not differ from form. That which is form is emptiness. That which is emptiness, form. The same is true of feelings, perceptions, impulses, consciousness. Shariputra, all dharmas are marked with emptiness. They do not appear or disappear, are not tainted or pure, do not increase or decrease. Therefore in emptiness no form, no feeling, perceptions, impulses, consciousness, no eyes, no ears, no nose, no tongue, no body, no mind, no color, no sound, no smell, no taste, no touch, no object of mind, no realm of eyes, and so forth, until no realm of mind consciousness, no ignorance, and also no extinction of it, and so forth, until no old age and death, and also no extinction of them, no suffering, no origination, no stopping, no path, no cognition, also no attainment, with nothing to attain. The Bodhisattva depends on Prajnaparamita, and the mind is no hindrance. Without any hindrance, no fears exist. Far apart from every perverted view, one dwells in nirvana. In the three worlds, all Buddhas depend on Prajnaparamita and attain Anuttara Samyak Sambodhi. Therefore know that Prajnaparamita is the great transcendent mantra, is the great bright mantra, is the utmost mantra, is the supreme mantra, which is able to relieve all suffering and is true, not false. So proclaim the Prajnaparamita mantra. Proclaim the mantra which says Gate Gate Para Gate Parasamgate Bodhi Svaha Gate Gate Para Gate Parasamgate Bodhi Svaha Gate Gate Para Gate Parasamgate Bodhi Svaha. Let us do our personal dedications of merit. All sentient beings are one seamless body and pass quickly from birth to death. We remember those who cared for us and are gone, those who are ill, those who are at war, who are hungry and who are in pain. May they heal and have peace. We especially dedicate our service to Simon Gartland, Tom Gartland, Kate Ida, Mike Gingy Wood, Justin Whitaker. And if you'd like to add anybody, go for it.
The Ball family and the Allen family.
Joanne, Brianna Sheridan, Harris McDonald, and Corey Ferrari.
All beings in 10 directions, subject to the greed, hatred, and delusions of themselves and others. All Buddhas throughout space and time, all honored ones, Bodhisattva, Mahasattvas, wisdom beyond wisdom, Maha Prajna Paramita. We'll recite our faith and practice vow. I will never retreat and will be firm in my mind in this correct Dharma. I will escape from the samsaric cycle of birth and death and definitely will see my original face. I will be sure to inherit the life of insight of the Buddha and save all sentient beings. And Brother Hangdal.
Infinite realms of light and dark convey the Buddha mind. Birds and trees and stars and we ourselves come forth in perfect harmony. We practice and recite this for all beings, in grateful thanks to our many guides along the way.
And we'll recite the 4 great Bodhisattva vows. Sentient beings are numberless. We vow to help them all. Delusions are countless. We vow to see through them all. Opportunities to awaken are infinite. We vow to embrace them all. The Buddha way is endless. We vow to embody it. Life and death are of supreme importance. Time passes swiftly by and opportunities to awaken are easily lost. Strive to realize your true nature and do not squander your time by night or day. And thank you for joining us.